I hate to crash in on you at a time like this, Doc, but I need help. I gotta have it.
What did you do last night?
Where are you?
Where would I naturally be after last night?
Oh, there you are.
Look, I'm very sorry, both of you, but I have very little time before my ship sails.
It's just one question, Doc. You're the only one I know in this whole world that can answer it.
What is it?
Tell me one thing, and that's all. Holy Moses, and me with a hangover.
Where is she? Get out of here, Mr. Cobbler.
Didn't you hear the man say beat it?
What are you talking about? I'm his patient.
I don't care whose patient you are. Nobody else is going to crawl on this couch with my wife and me.
This won't help you, you know. I'll find out. I'll show you who she is. I shall return.
How do you like that creep?
Sounded like the Count of Monte Cristo.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Turner. Would you please go ahead as quickly as you can?
Just one thing, Doc.
Excuse me. Hello?
Her bags are here, Doctor.
Here? Where? Where are you?
I'm on the ship in your cabin, and all her luggage is here.
And you'll stay there and keep an eye out for her, will you?
Yes, sir.
And tell her I'll be along in just a few minutes.
I'll tell her.
Now then, Mr. Turner. Go ahead, please.
Forget it, Doc. Come on, honey. The maestro's got troubles of his own.
On the contrary.
Now go on and ask him. You came all the way down here. Now ask him.
Well, what? He can't get out of his own jams.
As long as I leave by 11:15, that'll give us 5 minutes anyway.
Okay, then. It's a very simple question. Why does my wife want to leave me?
Oh, look, Arthur.
Is it that she doesn't love me?
Now, that is not true. I do love you, and you know it.
The situation is
You
this.
mean
Mr.
you love me and you still want to leave me?
That's it, exactly.
I know it seems paradoxical.
My mind is just too primitive, I guess.
If you would allow me, Mr.
I
Turner.
can't think. I want to think.
You mean that I stop you from thinking?
Yes, you do. You dominate me. You overwhelm me.
Well, now that's a new one.
That's not exactly what she meant.
All right, then. No more dominating. No more overwhelming. What else?
I'm not happy. I want to be happy. Make me happy.
But how?
Mr. Turner, if you would just try one thing.
If I knew how, I'd try to do it.
I want to be needed. I want to be wanted. I want to be necessary.
Necessary?
You don't need me anymore. Except to hang around with when you haven't got anything else to do. And the kids are away at school now, so they don't need me, and we've got to cook.
What difference does that make? You don't like to cook anyway.
I hate it, but that's not the point.
I might
the
interrupt.
point is, supposing I died tonight. The kids would miss me for a little while, maybe, but they wouldn't be losing anything, really, not anymore. And maybe you'd miss me for the first few weeks, and then somebody. Jessica Andrews, probably.
Are you crazy?
She'd call you on the phone and she'd say, "Look, Arthur, I know a girl who is so much like Mildred." That's the way it always starts.
Jessica Andrews looks like an old third baseman.
I'm not talking about Jessica Andrews for you. I'm talking about this girl that Jessica would dig up for you. She looks like me. She talks like me. She's so much like me, she might as well be me.
I've never even met this girl.
So you'd go to Jessica's and you'd meet this girl, and then I don't have to tell you what'd happen next.
That is an absolute lie.
And all this time I'd be dead. Well, what difference would that make? It's your world. Used to be ours. We'd had it together. But not anymore. It's yours now. And I'm just looking on. Sort of sidewalk superintendent, that's all. If I die, so what? But if you died, or the cook, we are in trouble, real trouble.
You mean we've got too much? Is that what's the matter?
I don't know.
Have people got to be poor to be happy? Is
I don't
that
know!
what it is, Doc? Are we that loaded upper middle class that can buy anything and that makes a woman useless?
You're a very intelligent man, Mr. Turner. If you keep on, you might work this whole thing out for yourself.
Look, sugar puss. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I sympathize with you. I want to understand you. I can buy you things, material things, comfort, luxury. But if I've got it straight what you're beefing about, I cannot make you feel necessary.
Why not?
Because I do not know what to do to make her necessary.
But how did you win her, Mr. Turner?
What do you mean, how did I win her?
What role did you play then, husband or lover?
You mean when I was after her?
I mean when you caught her.
Which one do you think I played?
How did she like it? So, why did you give it up?
You mean it's wrong to be a husband after you're married?
If she thinks it is, it is.
Well, now I've heard everything.
Because she liked the role of sweetheart. That's a lovely word, sweetheart. And a beautiful thing to be, so much more wonderful than squaw.
Come again?
I provide the wigwam and the fire, now be happy. It was never like that when you were courting her, was it, Mr. Turner?
No, I guess it wasn't.
It was more like making passes, wasn't it?
Where do you doctors dig this stuff up?
She was necessary enough to you then, wasn't she?
You can certainly say that again.
Mr. Turner, you're familiar enough with dramatic literature to make fun of it. So maybe you will remember that sad little line of the bride in Congreve's The Way of the World. Little by little, I shall dwindle away into a wife.
No, I never heard that one.
Mrs. Turner, your husband is a very successful man, and you know him better than anybody else in the world. Sometime, when you're in the mood for it, would you try to work out in your mind what he might be today if he'd never had you? And you, if you'd never had him. Goodbye. Goodbye, Mr. Turner.
Is that really the answer, Doc?
Not all of it, no. I just suggest that as a line of thought you might follow. Rather like a candle to give a little light in the darkness, so that you and your wife won't blunder into each other and hurt each other without meaning to.
I see. Good luck to you too, Doc.
Thank you very much. Nelda, have a wonderful Christmas.
Oh, thank you. Goodbye, sir. Run my watch to go.
And if Miss Hageman calls, tell her I'm on my way.
I'll tell her.
Just a second. Do you have any schnapps around here?
Schnapps?
Yes, a drink. I have a situation here that calls for a little loosening up.
No, sir, I'm sorry, but we haven't.
That's the kind of a guy to be. Knows all the answers. But about that candle, I think I get that part of it. Do you?
Some of it.
To really find out for sure, I guess you'd have to dig back, way back, try and figure out who did what to who and when and why. You know what I mean?
I guess so.
I mean really, Day. No holes barred, nobody pulling any punches. But for that kind of leveling, I think we need a little loosening up, don't you think?
At 11 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, I think it's nearer 10 after.
You could hardly even call that lunch. Moriarity's?
You know, if you'd have thought for 10,000 years, you couldn't have come up with a nicer little place for a showdown.
Well, this is downright depraved.
You know it? And I can hardly wait to get started.
I'm really going to let you have it, you know.
I understand. Just let me have one little something on the rocks first, so I can talk back.
That's right, and you can tell me off, too.
And afterwards, what?
You don't want to go to a movie?
What that made me dwindle away. If this doesn't work, sweetheart, You can move over when the doc gets back, and I'll lie down on that couch with you.
It's all right. Let's go.